Hello and welcome to That's a
Wrap.
Wrap. I'm Phil,
I'm Jeff.
and today we're doing one of our unique and special videos called The Rant. Now, everything that we speak about in this rant, some of the characters in here, of course, aren't real. All right, there will be spoilers. We are gonna update you on a bunch of stuff, but some of the stuff we are gonna talk about are gonna be characters that aren't real. But some of the people we talk about are real characters in the situations that's happening. All right. So let's go ahead and get into this. So the first thing we really want to talk about is DC Studios. Now, many people don't know they're in competition with MCU. So let's clear this up. DC stands for Detective Comics. Okay, they didn't put the D. It was DCEU, which is going to be the Detective Comics Extended Universe. Okay, they scratched that after James Gunn and Saffron. They just said we're going to name it the DC Studios, because they didn't want to be in competition with the Marvel Cinematic Extended Universe, the MCU. But then they changed theirs to MCU, right? So they wanted to separate themselves. So, with that being said, in the DC Studios, there's a movie that just came out. We just made a video about it not too long ago, and it's called Black Adam. All right? Unfortunately, they feel that this movie flopped. We don't. Even though it did probably make a little bit over what they spent, but not enough for them to consider a major win. It was still a great movie. With that, once again, we're going to say it. Dwayne Johnson, we feel for you, brother. 15 years in the making, and then come to find out Henry Cavill got canceled. Wonder Woman,
After
Gail
that
got
big fight,
canceled. Yeah.
He put up a big fight for that. And,
Fought for Black
I
Adam.
know it's gotta be heartbreaking.
Yeah, because it wasn't too long where Henry Cavill left Witcher. So he left Witcher to come back as Superman. Yeah. Comes back as Superman, tells everybody. Next thing you know, he's not Superman anymore. That's okay. All right? That's all right. That's all right. Look, James Gunn and Peter Saffron, they have a plan. All right? It doesn't involve Ben Affleck, Henry Cavill, Gail Gadot. It does involve Jason.
Doesn't involve older actors playing these characters
pretty
anymore.
Much.
They're going to go with younger people.
Yeah. So pretty much that kicks out Black Adam sequel. All right? Shuts it down. Because in Black Adam, there's a cameo of Henry Cavill as Superman. So if he's in there, then... And he just got fired from him being Superman, not from DC Studios, but he got fired from the character's Superman. That just it opens up other doors as well, and we do understand how James Gunn is trying to go with newer and younger people to play these characters, to do a complete reboot of the DC Studios. Once again, like I said, to be in competition with Marvel. In order for him to do that, you gotta start fresh, pretty much start from scratch. Yep. And create these origin stories over again. Because to be honest, they were kind of all over the place anyway. Okay, there wasn't anything actually connecting any of these DC characters.
They weren't doing good with their storylines.
Yeah, yeah. So I mean, we understand where James Gunn is coming from, but he's getting a lot of backlash and a lot of hate. But you got to realize they're not fired from DC Studios. They're just not playing their characters anymore. Now, in the mind of James Gunn and in the DC comics, if you know about not the one way, but one of the ways that James Gunn could eventually take this is the Kingdom Come. Now, if he does this in Kingdom Come, all of the major characters like Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman, they're all older. So he can either take these younger characters and eventually get them to that point, or he could probably take these older characters and use them. But I doubt that he'll do that. No. I think he's just going to go ahead and rearrange them in the DC Studios to play different characters. Like he's doing with
he can try anyways. I don't know that these characters are going to want to do that though.
Yeah. They might
sure
not.
that Henry Cavill's pissed off. I'm pretty sure that Gal Gadot's pissed
Well,
off.
actually, Henry Cavill is not. He's not upset. He put out a post on Instagram saying, hey, look, he's not upset.
I
He had
think
a talk
that's
with
just
James
'cause
Gunn.
He doesn't want to burn bridges, but
True.
I don't think he's gonna work for the studio myself anymore.
Well, that's true. I mean, because he did get hired by Marvel Studios.
Yep.
So, and he could be playing in the Marvel Studios, or he could be in. And he also got hired on with John.
Yep. Star Wars.
Yep, for Star Wars. So we still gonna see Henry. We're still gonna see him out there.
Marvel or Star Wars now.
Yep, he just won't be Superman. As for
I'm
Ben
sure
Affleck,
I'm sure he'll be great at whatever he does in Marvel or Star Wars, though.
Yep. And Ben Affleck, he's gonna be directing. He's gonna be behind the scenes in DC Studios. He's not gonna be playing Batman. So he decided he's just gonna work behind the scenes. Gail, I'm not too sure.
I haven't heard nothing.
Yeah, I haven't heard
Gal Gadot.
Haven't heard what she. Yeah.
But Patty Jenkins, the director, she says that she didn't bow out of the movie. She's blaming it on them, and they're blaming it on her. So
yeah, it's still back and forth.
It's a back and forth between them.
Yeah, so we gonna just like leave that till we get some confirmed confirmation about what's really going on with her and James Gunn and Wonder Woman. But right now we haven't heard anything from Gal Gadot about her future in the DC studios. But if it doesn't happen, I guarantee she probably get picked up by Star Wars, Lucasfilms or Disney, Marvel. She could play it on that side if she wanted to.
Yeah, she could do a lot of stuff. She's made a name for herself now.
Yep.
She won't be in hurting or anything.
Nope. But we do know that Jason Momoa is no longer, of course, playing Aquaman. He actually got recasted, so he's gonna be playing Lobo, the
Space Merc.
Yep, the bounty hunter, bounty
hunter.
Yeah, with the potty mouth and the smoking cigars and the lavish life.
That's perfect role for him.
Yeah, if you haven't seen Slumberland, then you should watch that. That's a pretty good movie too, but we'll make a video on that too later. Anyway, let's continue with this rant. I'm deep down inside, I was kind of sad to hear all these wonderful actors and actresses being canceled out of their characters, but I know they're not fired from the DC studio. So you're going to see a lot of stuff on, Ben Affleck got fired, Henry Cavill got fired, they just got canceled out of their characters. They're no longer playing those iconic characters that we saw over the years. Okay, and unfortunately, once again, it really, really pulls on my heartstrings that he fought so long to get this movie going, 15 years, Black Adam, and then to turn around and knowing that it's not going to be a sequel. Because it made enough money to make a sequel.
Yeah.
And if it didn't, I think on the streaming service,
make money too.
Yeah,
when it gets released on DVD. It's making money on HBO now.
So it'll still make money.
Yeah.
It's just sad that we won't see him as Black Adam, but you never know. You never know what.
Yeah,
what
they might
happen.
kiss and make up.
Yeah, hopefully. You know what I'm saying? Probably right now he's pretty upset with James Gunn and Saffron, but. Hey, business is business.
Yeah,
they gotta keep it going because right now, Discovery acquired Warner Brothers with a lot of debt.
Yeah,
a lot of debt.
And you gotta look at it at their perspective. They're trying to do a 10, 12 year, 15-year plan, and you already got all these older actors playing these iconic characters. Now they want to go maybe younger with all of them.
Yeah, because honestly, these older actors probably got another 2-3 years.
Yeah, you can't have Ben Affleck paying Batman into his 60s.
Yeah, you can't. And to be honest, it doesn't take 6 months. It doesn't take a year to make a movie.
No.
And you never know when they get hurt. So it could take longer. So they technically really don't have time to deal with that, unfortunately. But they can incorporate these older actors in the same movies with the younger ones as different characters, create it that way. I hope that's what they do. I hope that's what they plan to do. You know, because I still want to see Henry Cavill. I mean, if anything, Solomon Grundy. You know, if that. I mean, you can't go wrong with Solomon Grundy. I think he played a good Solomon Grundy in the DC universe, or Mister Freeze. You know,
Yeah, I think you need someone a little bit bigger for Solomon.
I think.
You
Yeah,
have like
yeah.
a giant
He's a
wrestler
giant.
playing him.
Yeah, you're right. You're right about that. But hey, leave in the comments. You know, if you think you know the characters that these older actors can play, you know, just leave it down in the comments. Give us some ideas. You know, maybe they'll see it. Who knows? And they're like, oh yeah, we'll definitely could use that one. You never know. But give us a thumbs up. You know, we still don't forget to subscribe, because of course we're going, no matter what, we still gonna put some more videos out there for you. We'd love to hear from you. But pretty much that's what's going on in DC Studios right now. The change of the guard, change of the actors. I'm not saying they clean the house, but they're just trying to put something fresh out there.
And they say we will probably get our first movie late next year.
I can't wait.
Which is probably going to be Superman.
But you know what? Remember the last video we made about the updates of the Blue Beetle and all their other, and Shazam?
Yeah, they have all those
still scheduled.
Movies all scheduled still.
Well,
but as far as James Gunn's DC universe, he's supposed to have his first movie late next year.
Okay.
Which I believe will be Superman.
I hope so. But I really don't know about Aquaman 2.
Yeah.
I don't even know if that's even going to still come out. And to be honest, Flashpoint, we did say it did get some good reviews, but the actor who plays Flash has some serious problems that I don't think people could really look over. And watching the Flash is going to pretty much support him. And he's looking at a 25 to 20 year sentence for what he did.
I'm thinking a lot of people will boycott it.
Yeah.
Regardless of how good it is, how many good actors are in it.
Yeah.
All of them are going to suffer because of this one actor.
I mean, there's an actor and an actress that did some horrendous things that are in the DC studios or in their movies right now. And one of them is in Aquaman, and the other one's in Flash. If Warner Brothers is they already cut so many stuff off the streaming service, so many TV shows on it they have already cut. It seems like they're not afraid. I mean, think about a $90 million movie, Batwoman. They
just axed it. Took the hit.
So I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if they say, "Hey, look, you know, we'll take the hit on these too."
Yeah, get enough backlash. I wouldn't be surprised at all.
Yeah, over 5 million people petitioned to not have Amber Heard in Aquaman 2. So that says something.
I'm sure there's going to be a lot of stuff about Ezra coming up.
Yeah, that's going to be
get closer to Flashpoint too.
Yep, that's going to be popping up too. I mean, because he caught a
lot of stuff.
Yep, he caught some heat. I mean, think about it. He was in Fantastic Beasts, right? Johnny gets cut, and this dude goes through his little spree of stuff, and he doesn't get cut. He was still in the franchise until that whole situation between Johnny Depp and Amber Heard, their whole trial, and of course Fantastic Beasts. That franchise is dead.
Yep.
So that's another corner that Warner Brothers lost money out on. Now I don't know if we mentioned it or not, but HBO Max is gonna be changing their streaming name because HBO Max and Discovery Plus, they're gonna merge together into one streaming service. And they're just going to call it Max. That's pretty much what it's going to be called. Not sure when that change is going to happen, but it's happening. It's going to happen pretty soon. So don't be, oh my God, what happened when your HBO Max just says Max. They'll probably put some notification out anyway.
Yeah.
But right now, I'm going to say DC Studios is looking good in the direction that they're going to take it. But it's not looking stable.
It's going to look chaotic for a little bit, but I think James Gunn and Peter Safran are going to definitely take it in the right direction.
Yep, what they say, you gotta weather the storm.
Yep.
That's pretty much
There's
it.
gonna be a lot of chaos right now.
It's gonna be a lot of backlash, a lot of hate towards James Gunn because of, Henry Cavill not being Superman anymore. Then this whole Black Adam thing. But hey, look, don't even worry about that. I'm not gonna be. It hurt my heart. How and when? It's just wrong place, wrong time. You would say with Black Adam.
Yeah, should have happened 10 years ago.
Yep. And we probably could have not. This could have been Black Adam 2.
Yeah.
Or
3.
Yeah,
or
4. Right. So, Dwayne The Rock Johnson. Keep your head up. I know you working on a whole bunch of other stuff anyway, and I'm looking forward to it because I've literally watched all of his movies. Every movie that he's put out where he's been the main actor, I've watched it. Okay, even Skyscraper. I mean, it was okay, Mr. Rock. It was okay, but I watched it anyway.
Empire State.
Yeah. But Faster, whoo, buddy, you gotta watch that one. It's called Faster. Dwayne, that was a good one. So that's pretty much our little rant on the DC studios. I mean, we got more coming. Like I told you, this is going to be a unique video. It's going to be one of it's going to be a lengthy video because we got a lot of information to throw out at you.
Yeah.
Okay.
As we get more info, we'd probably just make another rant video on this because there's going to be, like I said, a lot of chaos in the DC universe.
Right. Oh, and before we even move on, we just want to go ahead. Hey, leave down in the comments, like we said, what other characters you think Henry Cavill could play, either in Marvel, Lucasfilms, or in DC Universe. It's not going to be Superman. Okay, we already know it's not going to be Superman, but just let us know. Same thing. Well, Ben Affleck already put it out there that he's going to be behind the scenes. But if there's another, Gal Gadot, because we haven't heard anything, nothing. There's nothing. It's like she fell off the face of the earth after this whole, what's her name? Jenny Walker?
Patty Jenkins.
Patty Jenkins. That whole debacle right there between them is a back and forth thing. So I actually not even going to talk about that because nothing has been confirmed about.
Yeah, one's blaming one, one's blaming the other. It's just a back and forth, and we don't know who's at fault, really. Maybe we'll never know.
Yeah, but we won't make any assumptions about that.
No.
We won't make any assumptions about that. But we can tell you.
We just know Wonder Woman 3 is done.
Yeah, that's not coming out. I mean, Wonder Woman 2 really wasn't that great anyway. No. It was good, but it wasn't. It wasn't part one.
The first one. The first one was amazing. The second one was forgettable.
Yeah, very, very forgettable. Very. And pretty much, we already know Jason Momoa is being recast as Lobo. We already mentioned that. So just leave, what do you think down in the comments about that? And give us a thumbs up too. All right? And subscribe. So next up, I know all my fans out there of Indiana Jones, right? We acknowledge there's only 3. Okay? That's Indiana.
Kingdom of the Crystal what?
Right? What was that? What? Are you sure that wasn't an Indiana Jones movie, was it?
Oh, Lordy.
Yeah. We recognize only 3 Indiana Jones movies. That's it.
Yep.
So this 5th one that's coming out is already on a bad foot.
Yep.
Okay? It's talking about...
been made.
Yeah, never. It should have just ended after Last Crusade, right? Should have been the last Indiana Jones. This part 5, time travel, for real. It's to be fair, okay? We don't know what the new ending is because they already changed it. All right, so we do know for a fact in this Indiana Jones, he's dying. Okay, he's gonna get killed off.
He looks like he's about 100 years old, though.
Yeah. And, of course, what we're going to do is we're going to put, in the description, we're going to put trailers of the movie we're going to be talking about, of course. Now, I'm going to tell you, you're going to be pretty disappointed with the Indiana Jones one, but...
I don't even remember the name of it. The Dial of Destiny or
something like
crap.
that. Some garbage like that. So, pretty much. And, of course, this is another one it's got the fingerprints of Kathleen Kennedy all over it. So, of course, we're going to get to enjoy some more garbage because this is how it's gonna go down for Indiana Jones 5. The woman in this film, I forgot the actress's name. That's how much I really don't care for this movie. Is supposed to take Indiana Jones' place
and still be called Indiana Jones.
Yeah. And how this happens is whatever they do in this movie, she goes back in time. The young Indy saves her life by sacrificing his life in this particular timeline. She picks up the whip and the hat. She becomes Indiana Jones, and every other story that Indiana Jones is in is not Indiana Jones, it's her. She's Indiana Jones now. So Indiana Jones now is a female. So Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Never really happened.
As far as
this movie is concerned.
Yep.
Except, well, it happened, but it wasn't Harrison Ford. It was this woman.
Right. And then so this is where I'm gonna get confused because in The Last Crusade, whenever he was with his love interest from part 1, and it was like, oh, how did you get the name Indiana? Oh, he named himself after the dog. So, well, I don't even want to know how this is going to take place.
No.
So, I'm not watching it.
Me neither.
Because this is a disgrace.
Maybe a couple years later when it's on DVD, I might get bored and watch it, but probably not.
You know what? I'll put that on, that'll be my request on my deathbed. Okay? Because I know it'll probably finish me off. All right?
I watched Kingdom of the Crystal Skull one time, and I couldn't watch it again.
Yeah. Yes. One time. That's all is after. That was it. The giant ants or whatever.
Oh,
what
Lord.
bull crap was. Anyway, that was so pathetic. And now they're making even more pathetic Indiana Jones. I understand Harrison Ford doesn't want to play Indiana Jones anymore.
So don't make no more movies.
There you go. Don't make any more movies. All right?
Indy's dead.
We don't want him to be... I mean, to be honest, I really thought, even though 4 was terrible, it ended well. To me, it looked like he passed the baton off to Shia LaBeouf, right? So I was like, oh, he's going to be the new Indy. And he didn't get killed off. He pretty much, I'm going to say, rode off into the sunset with his long love from the first Indy, right?
Yep.
And that was that. So it left it open. Either Shia LaBeouf becomes the new Indiana, or somehow they have a child and the adventures begin with the new kid, right? Who knows? Or they could have did like the TV show, Young Indiana Jones. They could have did that. Because there's a whole bunch of stories they could have used.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, the TV show Young Indiana Jones, that was pretty good. That was good. But, and we already know Shia LaBeouf, I think, would have been a great Indiana Jones. But, of course, he had his own personal issues to work through.
Yeah, you
got
something going on with him.
Hey,
mental issues or whatever.
Well, you know what? I'm not even going to get into it. I'm just going to say, look, he is, and I believe will always be a great actor. I just wish, I just hope he can work through whatever he has to work through. And I mean, he did make a couple movies recently, and I just don't like the character he played in that movie where he got killed off for some thug movie. I forgot the name of it, but he did do a good job in that movie. But I really wish he didn't get killed off, because I really liked his character. He was like the best friend of his buddy or whatever. They was around collecting money. I forgot the name of the movie. Oh, I apologize, but I really look forward to seeing him in something, some Star Wars. Something. And he could play a great good guy. He could play a great bad guy. You know, because he's that good of an actor.
Yeah.
But yeah, don't go see Indiana Jones, please. Don't go see it.
We're calling for a boycott.
Yeah. So if you watch this video and you actually make it to this part, thank you for sticking with us. Thank you very much. Give us a thumbs up. Of course, leave your comments because we'd love to hear from you what you think about this new Indiana Jones and the plot. We think it's a little ridiculous, and we really don't think it's gonna do well at all. And number one reason is because Kathleen Kennedy, she's just messing everything up. I think she's just literally sabotaging as much stuff as she can before they give her the boot.
Yeah.
You know? And talking about that, she got two Star Wars movies coming out. Well, not movies, but TV shows that's going to be on a streaming service that I hope they realize, like, hey, look, let's not put it out there. There's Alkalite and Skeleton Crew. This is continuing our rant, too. Actually, Dave and John actually try to help with those two, and they did it a little bit. But she, of course, don't have. They already got their little feuding thing going on, but it's not associated with Star Wars.
Her and Filoni are butting heads.
Yeah, and
time.
Lucas, her and Lucas too. Well, they've been bumping heads for a long time.
Yeah.
I mean, ever since she stabbed him in the back, you know, she did Lucas dirty. She pretty much like, hey, look, I know this is all the stuff you created, and this is the ideas you had, and it was successful. But you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna take your stuff, and I'm gonna make it mine, and I'm gonna change it. So that's what she's doing. And it's just, she's doing a terrible job at it. Whereas Dave and John, they're doing great things. Mandalorian is going to be coming out. And then they have other movies that's coming out. Ahsoka series. And they're going to be introducing all the legendary characters. And what they do, they are eventually going to kill them off. They're going to get rid of those characters. I mean, eventually they have to, because these actors that are playing those characters are getting older, and they're gonna have new. This is what they're doing. They're creating a new world. I'm not saying a new world, but a new category of characters that they could work and build off to keep Star Wars going. All right, so they got Din Djarin, who's supposed to be Mandalorian and Jedi. Right? He's probably gonna go off and have cameos in other parts. It's like, you know, in the old Boba Fett showing up as a bounty hunter, and Darth Vader would call him, and all these other bounty hunters, you know, they had to, but they didn't have spin-offs back then, you know, of what their adventures were. And then eventually what they want to do is just go to cinema. They want to make Star Wars movies and do the spin-offs like TV shows. So, and honestly, guess what? Pedro Pascal is back at it again, bro. You know,
really?
he went and blamed the fans for this whole situation with him and this helmet thing, or blame the fans on why Kathleen Kennedy why she's getting fired. Blamed us for it, saying, you know, we need to respect her creativity. Yeah, you heard that garbage?
It's not her creativity. It's Favreau and Filoni's.
So look, I'm gonna be straight up with you, Pedro Pascal. Look, you a good actor. I'm not gonna deny that. But I think we already did. No, we did not. We didn't talk about this. Like, look, dude. You put the helmet on. Your creed is what? What's his creed?
His creed is not to take his helmet off or let anybody else take his helmet off.
And wasn't he asked about that?
Yep.
He said yes. And what's the punishment?
No longer Mandalorian.
Okay.
According to his sect of Mandalorians.
So I think.
What are they?
Some zealots. There's some zealot group. They're definitely
the majority of the Mandalorians take their helmets off, but not this thing that he's involved in.
Yeah. So pretty much Pedro Pascal sits there and he's like, yo, I want to take my helmet off. I want some screen time. I want people to recognize me. And fans, he should get allowed to get to the part where fans are like, hey, look, take your helmet off. We want to see your face. We ask. All right. Yeah. Keep the mystery. We request for you to take the helmet off. We want an episode where you take the helmet off. Because you know what we can do to see your face so you can get this? All we have to do is wait to the end of the credits.
And Google your name.
Type an image of Pedro Pascal and we get to see your face. Like we're not going to see your face in Wonder Woman. I mean, how many movies you in? We know who you are. I mean, anybody could play Din Djarin. It's not like your real voice is coming through. You know, it's all digitized. Your voice, they change it. So there's nothing wrong with another actor playing Din Djarin.
Nope.
Easily replaced. You know? So I'm just saying, man, it's like, look, don't destroy something good because you know, getting this big head or whatever. Because I still think Oscar Isaac is better than you. He did a great job as Moon Knight. You know,
Carl Urban.
Carl Urban. He was supposed to be a Din Djarin anyway, but he got scheduled to work on The Boys. So that's how Pedro got the job. I say it was sloppy seconds. As far as I'm concerned, don't nobody care. Pedro, you know, just keep acting, do a good job, what you are doing. That's what people don't realize. And it's a job that we, as the customer, the person I pay for, the streaming service that I pay for, and if I go to the movies, when I go buy the movie ticket, I'm the one paying the paycheck. Without us watching it, or everybody else around the world watching it,
you're broke.
Yeah, pretty much. You know, turn around and blame us for something. I mean, it's been proven that her creativity is garbage, dude. Garbage. There's only like 2. Rogue Squadron and Andor. 2 that we can actually say were like her masterpieces. Every blacksmith,
Rogue One,
every blacksmith, every artist, every now and then creates a masterpiece, and that's it for her. She's done. Ain't no more. So when she come out her new studios to be in somewhat of a competitive nature with Lucasfilms when she's making sci-fi movies, that's what she said she's gonna really focus on. I mean, after the debacle with Willow and all these other movies, I'm not really looking forward to any of your movies. I don't even know if I want to even give it a chance. Really, it'd have to sneak up on me.
After all the stuff she's done to Star Wars, I just don't know either.
Yeah, the movie would literally have to sneak up on me. Like, oh shoot, she actually had a hand in this. Oh wow, that was a good. That's how I want to react if I was to see her movies. Like, I don't even want to know she had a hand in it, and it better be good. But then, you know, we'll know.
After what she did to Luke, I could care less about her.
Yeah, for real. She's destroying all these great iconic characters to appease her woke agenda. That's what that is. And not a lot of people really want to be watching this woke stuff. Prime example of all the backlash that it gets. I mean, come on.
You're just forcing us on us.
Yeah. This, like, for instance, I mean, that type of preference doesn't have to be in a movie. It doesn't have to be in a movie. It doesn't have to be in a TV show. No one really cares. We care about the storyline, the action, the drama, thriller, comedy. No one cares. You know, unless you trying to carry on a lineage of a specific character, then of course, hey, such and such are now together and they had a kid. Plain as day. Other than that, keep it moving. You know, give us that action, give us that drama, raise our blood pressure, have us sitting in the chair like, ooh, you know, that's what I want. That's what I want. And I want to be like, I can't wait to see the next one. That's the reaction I want. But that's why I'm glad that Lucasfilm is finally just gonna, like, they firing her. I hope it's sooner. I mean, it's not till next year, after Indiana Jones 5 comes out, that she's gonna be getting the boot. But hopefully she get the boot before then. So pretty much, I mean, man, that's the rant for me. You know, but hey, if you know something we don't know, leave it down in the comments, please. And we will put the trailer for Indiana Jones, in the description down below. Tell us what you think. I mean, if you don't watch it, it ain't gonna hurt us one bit.
I didn't even watch the preview.
I don't even think I don't even think it's still up there anymore. But I'll put whatever I can, video wise, for a trailer for Indiana Jones 5. All right. I mean, I watched it.
I just seen a still shot of it, a couple still pictures of it. Seen a picture of Harrison Ford and Mads Mikkelsen, but that's all I've seen. I just have no interest at all.
Yeah, oh well. But I recognize only 3 Indiana Jones. That's it.
Raiders of the Lost Ark, Temple of Doom, and The Last Crusade.
That's all. That's good
it
enough. It ended
for me. After that.
Yeah, that's good for me. Harrison Ford, he probably already knew what the deal was after Part 4. He's like, "Yo,
we got aliens. What the heck? We got aliens."
So terrible. But hey, look, we love you guys. Hit us up, and we'll catch you on the next rant. That's a wrap.
That's a wrap.